Good evening, everyone. Today is the 20th of January, and we are having our weekly Zoom. If you didn't catch it yet, you might have, please check on social media and then click on the link below. We're going to be giving away some really fun prizes for Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year begins on the 25th of this month, and to celebrate, we're going to be talking about all the things that are great, all the oils, essential oils that are great for prosperity, for family relations, and some of the other cool things that we want to make sure that we're either celebrating or that we are making prominent in our lives over the year ahead. So I'm going to get started with our presentation in about a minute. Here where I am, I'm in northern New Jersey. We've actually had a bit of snow over the weekend, which is really nice. Everything looks so pretty. The temperatures have dropped. It's negative 8 degrees Celsius today. So it's a little bit chilly. You can see I'm here with my heavy woolen sweater and just trying to stay warm today. It's a little bit cold where I am. Wherever you are, whether it's cold or hot, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. And if it's Monday evening for you, I hope that you had a wonderful day and that you're looking forward to the week ahead. I'm sure that everything is very busy. If I were in Asia right now, I know that there would be decorations everywhere. Everyone's bustling around. There's lots of red things for sale. I know that some of you have been posting on social media about in the malls and the pop-up shops that have had some beautiful items for sale, and everything is in red and gold. The end of the year is leaving, one year is leaving, and another year is coming. So let's get started with our presentation. Okay. Okay, let's play. There we go. Okay, so today we're talking about Chinese New Year and a little bit more about celebrating, because some of us are still celebrating, and that's really a wonderful thing. We want to have that sense of celebration throughout the year. Always want to thank our Presidential Diamond team. You work very hard year round to make this presentation possible. We are going to be talking about more important topics. I know I'm trying to get through the holidays, and I really want to dive into some of the big topics. I want to make sure that we're talking about things like essential oil chemistry, and we're also talking about women's issues. We're also talking about digestive issues, hormonal issues. There's a lot of topics that we want to make sure that we're being covered on this call in this Zoom class, weekly Zoom class. And this week is kind of like the last hurrah, if you will, but I think this is also an important topic. And we'll talk a little bit about the emotion that goes into getting ready for another holiday. Okay, so we want to be able to celebrate with essential oils. So these three goofy people are kind of just celebrating and whooping it up there. Want to make sure that we have what we need to have a happy time, and also to feel like we're connecting with the people around us. Okay, for those of you who don't know, the ideas expressed in this presentation come primarily from the book Essential Oils Healthcare for Today, A Beginner's Guide. Okay, so Chinese New Year, what's going on this year? So a couple of different things are going on. Here we go. Let me see if I can move myself down a little bit. There we go. So you know that the year of the pig is ending, correct? And the year of the rat is beginning. So we can see the pig is going away. Goodbye, Mr. Piggy. And in comes the rat. And with all those connotations of what happens, I'm not even going to begin to talk about what they imply or they connote for you. Maybe you're a rat, maybe you're a pig, I don't know, or maybe you're some other sign that you want to make sure that you're doing the right things for yourself and for your family this year. But it is a time of celebration. And because it's a time of celebration, we want to take a look at what's going on. Okay, how can we make it better? So what exactly is the Lunar New Year? And I do have some of my American friends on the call this morning, and you may be saying, what exactly is the Lunar New Year? I'm really not sure. So sometimes called Spring Festival is a series of 15 days celebrating the time between the first new and full moon of the new lunar calendar. So that's what it's celebrating. Whoops. Let's see if I can. Okay. I'm stuck here. There we go. So why do we celebrate? So starting the Lunar New Year celebration and ending with the Lantern Festival, days are a time of honoring the family of the past and the present and praying for a lucky and successful year. So whether you're celebrating or you're not, it is a harmonious time and a time that we try to get together with family and friends. And whether you're celebrating or you're not celebrating, it's a time that I want you to begin to think about what are the things that we want to start our year feeling right about. Okay, it's also time filled with traditions and even some do's and don'ts. So around 10 days before the new moon, which would be right now, we begin to clean our houses to get rid of bad luck left over from the prior year and get our finances in order, which is something I've talked about many times on this call. Colors red and gold decorate everything as a sign of luck and prosperity. I actually love this particular photograph. And I don't know if you know, I think I mentioned it on last week's call, one of the big botanical gardens here in the New York area actually does a lantern festival, and they do it for a couple of different weekends during January. It really is lovely. What's eaten? So fruits such as tangerines, orange, and pomelos, grapefruits, of course, which would symbolize fullness and wealth, are eating during this period. And how do I prepare? Because I'm not exactly celebrating, but I try to do a little bit of something for my family. And of course, when my kids were little, we always used to have something really fun. We would all get together and we would go to a Chinese restaurant, maybe with another family or a couple of other families. And as time has gone on, my kids are getting bigger, we do something different. So for me, what does it mean? It usually means a dinner of Chinese food. I would order from a local restaurant, maybe a whole fish for prosperity, some dumplings for wealth, and some longevity noodles for happiness. And well, I'm sure that the dishes that I'm eating here are not authentic. They taste yummy to us. And if you are thinking of celebrating, then let me know. If you're living in the United States, you've never celebrated before, let me know if you think you'd like to celebrate now. And if you are celebrating, I want to hear in the chat what it is that you do that's special. I may add red decorations to my house. I've frequently done that, put up a few lanterns or a few record decorations. And the other thing that I've done from time to time is I've gifted money plants to different people, either in my downline or my upline, or maybe a friend of mine. And you'll be happy to know that a money plant that I purchased actually for myself. I bought two, I gave one away and I kept one. I think I purchased it about 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. And I know this will be shocking to you, but it is now about, and it was, when I purchased it, it was about this big, just so you get a little bit of perspective, with a braided trunk. It is now about 8 feet tall. So 8 feet tall is like 2.5 meters. So I know that sounds crazy, but that's good money luck, I think. And so I've been very blessed, not just because of my tree, but I think people that would hear that story would say, actually, I should take a picture of it. That's what I'll do. I'll take a picture of it and post it on social media so you can see that I'm not just being crazy. It is much taller than me at this point, and it's getting to the point where it's almost touching the ceiling in my living room, which it has, I think it has a 10-foot ceiling, which would be 3 meters plus. So when it gets that tall, I'm not sure what I'll do. In the winter, it has to stay indoors because it's too cold here. In the summertime, sometimes I bring it outside, let it have some fresh rain and some fresh air, and it seems to like that, and I keep bringing it in and out and in and out. So let me know what you're doing. And if maybe you have a money plant too. Okay, so what oils do I want to keep handy during the celebration? I decided to divide my top essential oils for Lunar New Year into a few categories: wealth, supporting relationships, and travel. And I'll show you which ones I recommend. Here's the other thing. You may not be celebrating Chinese New Year, but if you're anywhere in Asia, everyone around you is celebrating. You may be invited to some sort of a celebration. You may know someone who's celebrating. So you want to keep these essential oils on hand and maybe bring them as a gift, bring them as part of whatever you're going to be bringing as a hostess gift, or have them diffusing either in your home when you invite people over. These are great essential oils to keep in mind. So what do I like? Number one, bergamot. I talk about it all the time, my very favorite oil. So for wealth, Bergamot and lemongrass, sweet and fruity, brings out luck in each aspect of your life. It's both uplifting and calming. So if you're trying to stay calm, cool, and collected as you're gathering your wealth this year, you want to try your bergamot. And lemongrass, it can attract money energy and promotes a positive outlook. So lemongrass and bergamot together can be a nice blend. Those two in a diffuser would be really yummy. And they're also a lovely yellow golden color. Okay. Also, of course, frankincense, perfect for this time of year, also symbolizes treasure, brings out abundance. And cypress, this might be one that you haven't thought of before, but brings about perseverance and resilience and can be energizing and refreshing. So you can blend cypress and frankincense together. Cypress, as you know, is a big giant tree. It's a conifer, and frankincense is another type of tree, a little bit smaller, but has that deep, resiny, woody smell to it. So blend together could also be a way for you to refresh your environment. You could try adding the bergamot into this combo as well, but keep in mind that these will be very refreshing and kind of cleansing. And if they're going to help you, then why not? Of course, we always talk about any of the citrus oils, and I showed you some of the citrus oils right in the beginning. So think about anything round, yellow, golden. Want to think about your grapefruits, your wild oranges. All of those are important. Your tangerines, anything that's going to symbolize or have that kind of rich citrus aroma. Okay, oils to support relationships. Now, you're going to be seeing a lot of people, you're going to be going out a lot, you're going to be eating more, you're going to be in groups, and sometimes this can be wonderful, sometimes it can be horrible. Here's the other thing. You may be feeling, I just saw these people in December and I just saw them on the 1st of January and now I have to see them all over again. That feeling perhaps of frustration, or I spent too much money, or, you know, why are the holidays still going on? I get it, my friends. We really want to make sure that we go into this last bit of the holiday season feeling very zen. To support relationships, we want to try, of course, our rose. And if you don't have a full bottle of rose, a 5 milliliter bottle, please take out your rose roll-on. That will work equally well. It is hydrating and soothing to the skin. It can open up channels of communication and allow relationships to grow. Wild orange, uplifting and energetic, and perfect companion to any intimate moment. You want to feel that connection with other people. When you're talking to them, you want to feel cheerful. You don't want to feel down in any way. You really want to feel like you're feeling togetherness. Ylang-ylang, as we know, rich floral, balances yin and yang energies, yin and yang, and also creates harmony between partners. So if you are in a relationship perhaps, and maybe you don't have the best harmony right now, or you have to go see someone that you don't have that much harmony with, or they're going to come to your house, use your ylang-ylang. This will support you in your relationships. For travel, many of you are going to travel and go see other people. These are easy to take with you. The other thing that I love about tangerine and grapefruit is they are sort of those never-ending favorites. Everybody loves them, loves the scent. I have rarely had anyone who smells a tangerine or a grapefruit and says, ew, yuck. Some of our essential oils can be a little strong, as you know, or be an acquired taste. And so certainly if you're going to see someone for the first time, you haven't seen them in a while, you want to make sure that whatever you smell like and whatever your house smells like and whatever you offer as a gift is going to be something that they also are going to like. Grapefruit is energizing, keeps you happy and healthy as you're moving from place to place. And tangerine has a bright scent, lightens any environment, and keeps your luck high. So this is the other thing that I would do with probably these two as I was traveling. If I had them in my little trusty travel bag, I would, when I take my shower or my bath at the end of the day or in the morning, I would be sure to add a couple of drops of one or the other, either right onto my bar of soap if I'm just a soap type of person, or onto your washcloth or any other thing that you're using to bathe yourself. Not a ton, you only need about 2 or 3 drops, but keep yourself bright and energized, especially during the season. Okay, so hello to tangerine. Let me give you a couple of blends here that I think you're gonna like. For positivity, and you know, I don't know if you know this, have you seen my mug? Yes, my number one strength is positivity. There's my name on the back, so no denying that that's me. So for positivity, eucalyptus, bergamot, and tangerine. To be at peace, lavender, tangerine, and cedarwood. Clean the air, lemon, tea tree, or eucalyptus. They're being marketed as both right now because we're going through some of the older stocks. And tangerine, calm and happy. Tangerine, elevation and balance, which is one of our kind of Zen oils, our essential oils. Summer slushy, lemon, lime, grapefruit, and tangerine. Now, summer slushy you could actually add into some sort of a beverage, or you could make almost like a lemonade and then add a few drops of these. You could diffuse it just to have that citrusy smell in the air. So think about some of these blends and how you'd like to use them. But I think these diffuser blends will be really wonderful in any home environment. Okay, so please follow on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn. We are trying to raise awareness of what it is that we're doing here. I know we got a few more participants today. I'm super happy. That's great. Last week was a little bit low. I got a little bit nervous. And so if you're not following, I hope that you will. And the next slide is going to tell you why. We are going to be announcing a fun giveaway today. So if you're not already following, please follow on any of the sites that I just mentioned. I'm not going to tell you what the giveaway is, but I think you're going to really like it. And if you can see behind me, there's a few of the items that are going to be in it. We have some limited edition sets. We have some diffusers, some great citrus things. So if you got a sneak peek of what's behind me, maybe you've been looking at me for all this time, that's some of the things that are going to be included in the giveaway. So it should be really fun. This time there is only one giveaway. So one lucky winner will win the prizes. Here's the other thing. As we know, Chinese New Year is next Saturday. We are going to be announcing the winner on the 25th. It's a lucky day. There's a lot of good energy on that day. So stay tuned and look for your name. But you have this week in advance to kind of tag your friends and entice them to come over and try to learn about what it is that we're doing. So I'm going to take a look at my, my list for a minute. Whoops. Hold on. We are going to be giving out a prize today because I wanted you to know that I love you no matter what, whether you're on social media or you're not on social media. Want to make sure that you're getting your prizes, and that's part of what I do here. So type in the comments, please, what is you doing, if anything, for Chinese New Year. And if you've never celebrated before, that's cool. Just type in there also, this year I might consider celebrating, and this is what I might consider doing. So hold on. Remember, you are amazing. No matter what I say or what I do, this is a place that I feel like we get to stop and share and talk to one another. And I really love it when we get a chance to engage on a weekly basis. Remember, we are not going to be here next week. We're taking a week off because I think you're all going to be busy. And then we'll be back again on February 3rd. I'll be February 3rd. Yes, I think that's the 3rd. Anyway. I'll make sure that I have the correct dates out to you. Be sure to follow because we are going to be having, as I said, some really good in-depth topics now that the holidays are really over. Okay, and thank you for being here and have a wonderful week. Okay, so, we've got some people chatting in the chat. Let's see what you're saying. Steamboat and play mahjong. I love mahjong. Does everybody know that? I don't think you do. I was taught by my niece who spent some time in China many years ago. She lived there for a while, and when she came back, she actually taught me, and my kids and I play it, and we love it. Is a money plant poisonous? That's a good question. I don't know if it is. I've never tried to eat it, and nor would I try, but I don't know. Great diffuser blends. I'm glad you like them. And thanks for the tangerine blends. I did manage to take screenshots. Can I access? Of course, everything's going to be posted on YouTube. And prepare hangbaos for family and all the kids. Okay, terrific. Anybody else? What are you doing? Spending time with my loved ones. That's great, Samantha. What are you hosting a party? Are you going to see someone? Are you the host or the hostess? Or is your family all gathering in one place? Are you traveling? Oh, so Elizabeth says, yes, go visitation, share the love of oils. Great. Reunion dinner on the eve of Chinese New Year. Okay, cool. So Friday night, I guess. Good. And bring your oils. Introduce people to oils. Put oils on so that when you walk in, you are really just the light and the joy of the party. I love that. Who doesn't love coming into a party and people say, you smell delicious. What do you have on, right? A lot of visiting of relatives and prayers. Yes, yes, absolutely. We always want to make sure that we're honoring the people that came before us, and in general, kind of thinking about what that generational blessing has been. I will tell you a little story. My daughter, as many of you know, is studying in Texas, and she went to a dinner the other night with some of her relatives. I have on my husband's side, he has a sister and a brother that are living there, and another sister and brother had come to visit, and so they were all gathered together for dinner. And all of a sudden, my daughter just felt an overwhelming feeling that her grandparents were sitting at the table. Now, interestingly enough, my daughter's grandparents had passed away before my daughter was even born. But my eldest brother-in-law, who's quite a bit older than me, he's in his 70s, I'm in my early 50s, just looks so much like him. And I guess his mannerisms, and she's seen pictures, of course, of her grandparents, and just that overwhelming feeling that they were right there at the table. And she started texting her dad and just saying what a wonderful father he had been. It was a very touching moment, I think, for all of us. And then I guess my sister-in-law, who was right there at the table, my husband's sister, saw the look on her face, or maybe saw the tear coming out of her eyes, and then she started crying. And I guess everyone just started to kind of weep, sort of with joy and with remembrance, but it was a really touching moment. So I think the people that have gone before us are watching over us, and whether you believe that or you don't, I want to believe that whatever we do here right now is influenced by the generations that came before us. We're definitely influenced by our parents and by our grandparents, and I think we always have to be mindful of that. Okay, so people are commenting. They're saying visiting relatives and friends. They're also saying, this year I'm getting my church youth to come over to my place for a laser tag. Oh, that's really fun. Prepare a lot of citrus oils to be diffused. And Yahweh, you want to maybe consider having something diffusing, or make a lemonade for them and have essential oils in it. Visit relatives and share the oils. Great, Audrey. Cynthia says, need Digesten and Terrazyme for too much good food. Yeah, I'm with you. And then Jonah says, invite friends and share oils. Yes, that is really a wonderful way for everyone to get together and just feel connected. So we are someone says, try to make a hung bao lantern this year. Okay, you have to tell us how to do that. It sounds like it might be tricky. Have you obviously you haven't tried in the past, Pamela. So I know when I was at convention, we had some lanterns for the fall festival, and we took a photograph of them, and that was really a fun thing. One of my local, we have a chain here, I'm sure you've heard of it, called Costco. And in the area where I live, there are many Asian families. And so they have Asian specialties in a big section in Costco right now, all sorts of goodies and snacks and crackers and so on. So, and cakes. So it's a really exciting time. And Yahweh says, definitely wild orchard tangerine all the way. Make my own keto Chinese New Year cookies. Wow, that sounds cool. So whoever makes something, please post on social media. There are so many great places that you can be posting. You know, where we have our, the different groups where we're posting this particular message. I'd love to see what it is that you're doing, excuse me, and the special projects that you're putting together would really make my heart sing. Joy says, eat yusheng with pink pepper, tangerine essential oil, a recommendation from someone at doTERRA. Okay. And then try it on a small scale during Chinese New Year, one of the year. Okay, Benjamin says. Okay. Oh, visit us again. Oh, yes, I would love that. I don't know if I'm going to get there before this Chinese New Year. Actually, it's interesting. I've frequently been in Singapore right before Chinese New Year, a few weeks before. I guess I just, the way my schedule has been, and I've seen all of the decorations and so on. This year, no, but I have seen it in the past. And so I've got tons of pictures and things on my phone. I was there right before Chinese New Year for Year of the Dog, which was 2 years ago. And I remember seeing all of the amazing light shows in Singapore and decorations in the downtown, in different downtown areas, of course, on Orchard and down near Suntec and all the other places where there's tons of decorations. So I'm going to pick our winners, right? You can keep chatting. I'm so happy to see all of you. I will come soon, Wenwei. I promise I will come soon. I'm actually going to stop the share so that we can pick our winners. But if you are listening, please subscribe below by clicking on the link and follow us. And we'd be happy to, we're going to be having some more interesting celebrations over the next few weeks.